So back with us is our favorite author, Melissa Bowersock. She's written dozens of books. How does she do it? Melissa, nice to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
And how do you do it? How do you just get a book that doesn't exist yet and you create it from scratch out of your imagination?
I have no idea.
Oh.
It just happens. It just flows. You know.
I've heard there's some other offers. It's kind of magic, but you have to get started. You got to put the pen to paper.
Right.
So how do you start with that pen to paper thing?
Okay, the first thing I do is I write down about 5 bullet points, just the main plot twists. But once I have that, and that's it. I mean, some people outline, but once I have just kind of a few things, I'll just start in and start writing. And I write longhand. You know,
does that help you to think better?
It does. I think it does. I think I'm more productive when I write longhand. It seems like if I sit at the computer, I just sit there.
Doesn't absorb, it doesn't use as much of your brain or something.
Yeah, and I think the physical action helps.
So you just get a little nut of an idea and then you just start kind of writing on in longhand maybe what could happen and who your characters might be and where they go. Okay.
Yeah, and as it evolves, the characters evolve and become more real, more well-rounded, and the story just goes where it goes, and I just write it down.
Okay, so how do you keep track? Because you've got all these characters, you've got things that have happened. Sometimes you're writing about characters again, but certainly they're new. How do you keep track of where they've been and what they're doing and what they look like and who they are?
Okay, that's called a story Bible, and I think most writers do this, and you write down the characters, what they look like, how old they are, where they live, any little psychological issues that might play into it, and I do reference that, and I update it as I go. I write in names that I like, and then I'll sometimes, you know, scratch them out and write in something else, change a name.
Because they do change.
They do.
I've read books sometimes where they missed and where they had changed the person's name. It's like, what?
Yes.
Anyway, so it's happening, it's progressing, and you got all these characters going on. So does the book always go the way you think it's going to go in terms of action?
No. Sometimes it'll just make an abrupt left turn and go somewhere else, and I'll go, oh, this is interesting. So then I have the choice either to follow that or to try to force it back where I want.
Because this character changed his mind.
Yeah, he did.
In the middle.
Yeah.
He says, no way, I don't like that girl, I'm not gonna get involved with her.
Yeah.
You go, no, you have to, and he's saying, no, and so it turned out his way, I guess.
It did, yeah.
They get their own personalities. It's like they're real people once you create them on paper. It's amazing.
And you have to be true to them, because if you're not, you know the reader's gonna go, what? He wouldn't do that. So
because the character knows. Now, what about covers? Because this is a beautiful cover on The Field Where I Died.
Thanks. Yeah, I like the cover. And my covers typically go through a lot of evolution as well. I will do a mock-up and send it to my cover designer. Then she'll read the book, and then she'll give me her input, and we'll kind of tweak it and change it up and say, try this font or try this color or this and that and the other. And eventually we'll get to something that we're both happy with, and there it is.
And it's beautiful because this went from a light sky, was a real picture of Gettysburg.
It is a picture of Gettysburg, and the original picture was lighter, and I was concerned that it would look like a romance. And while there is some romance in it, it's not a romance, and I don't want to mislead my readers.
Well, yeah, because you want to give. I mean, you pick up by cover and title. I love the title of Field Where I Died, and so you kind of see that in this, because this is about a man who, he's interested in Gettysburg?
Yes, he's interested in the Civil War, and he finds out a relative was there, an ancestor was there, so he goes back to the battlefields to see for himself, and finds out something entirely different.
Whoa. So it's very interesting. The Field Where I Died, the latest book, number 30, I believe, for you, Melissa.
30.
Phenomenal. The Field Where I Died, currently out, but now we kind of know how you made it happen.
Yeah.
Fascinating. And the last, well, not the last, but the most recent two of the Samphire Cloud and
Lacey Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick. These are great mysteries. I love these. I keep track of those. So those are out too.
Yep.
Information more on. Thank you, Melissa Bowersock.
Thank you.
All right, get on aztv.com and you can get more information on how to get these wonderful books and maybe write your own. Okay. So Arizona Daily Mix, more fun.